Hello, baseball fans. Hope everybody's doing awesome out there. I know I've said this 1,000 times, but if you haven't hit subscribe, please do so. I'm a brand new YouTuber, so you hitting subscribe really helps me grow, and I really appreciate everybody who joins me at the beginning here. So I thought today we could talk about a free agent and make a strong prediction of where he's going to sign. Maybe not the most exciting, and probably one that everybody expects, and that's no other than Jackie Bradley Jr. Now, I did a previous vlog on Jackie, so if you want some in-depth stats, check that out. But the skinny on him is he's more of a defense specialist. And what do I mean by that? Nobody really expects a ton of him behind the plate, but boy oh boy can he handle center field. He even plays left on occasion. He is like Kevin Pillar 2.0. And what do I mean by that? Well, he can handle the center field just as good as Pillar, but he does have some upside behind the plate, unlike Kevin. And that really goes to stress with his 2020 numbers, where he actually hit over 280. And it's the second time in his career over 9 seasons where he's put up an average over 2.50. So any team that signs him might get a steal if he does put up an average even above 275. However, most analysts expect him to have a reasonable average of around 2.50 for next season. But again, you're signing this guy to play center field to save you runs, not necessarily make you runs. And he's somebody who probably slots in somewhere between 7 to 9 on your lineup, not a number 4, 5, or 6 guy. And before we talk about the team that's going to sign him, let's talk about the runners up. Now you have the Dodgers. And why the Dodgers? Well, he'd be a real interesting fit to their outfield mix, especially if they pass on Jock Peterson. And he could be a little bit of an upgrade or an insurance piece, so to speak. But I just don't see that happening. Additionally, you could hear the Braves names thrown around in there, especially if somebody else scoops up Marcell Ozuna, and then all of a sudden the Braves sort of have a knee-jerk reaction to that, and they get the deal done with Jackie Bradley Jr. But the team where I think Jackie Bradley is going to end up now is the New York Mets. And why the Mets? Well, my Blue Jays scooped up Goerge Springer, and the Mets looked like they were willing to commit up to 120 million, maybe even 125, the rumor mill is, for Goerge Springer. So getting Jackie Bradley Jr. shouldn't be an issue. And in talking about money, how much is the Mets going to pay? Well, I think it's going to be a 2-year deal, somewhere around 18 to 20 million bucks. So let's go on the high end and say 2 years, 20 million bucks. Jackie Bradley Jr. off to the Mets. Let me know what you think of that. Let me know if you think there's any other teams he could end up. Blue Jays? Left field? I don't know. Let me think how much he's going to make. Do you think it's going to be 2 years, 1 year, 3-year deal? Leave it in the comments below. More importantly, I hope everybody stays safe out there. If you haven't hit subscribe, please do so, and we'll talk soon. Take care.